Howdy, I'm Bob Terry.
And I'm Johnny Terry.
And welcome to another free episode of the Roy Rogers television show, brought to you here on the internet by Wild West Toys. You can shop with Wild West Toys online at www.toyguntown.com. And we've been going over the Riders rules for the Riders Club.
Well, we sure have, and we are down to number 9, I believe.
Number 9. Number 9 is love God.
And go to Sunday school regularly.
Roy and Dale were not perfect people, but they were people that were Christians. These were Christian folks. And they believed in God, they loved God, and they went to Sunday school regularly. And that's demonstrated, all that love for our Creator is demonstrated in their television shows.
And I believe that's why Roy and Dale are still just huge figures in our country now, because people miss that and grab onto it.
You'll notice Roy and Dale, if you research their lives at all, there were things about them that weren't perfect, but you won't see them in any big-time scandals either. And there's a reason for that. Watch this show, enjoy it, and we'll see you after the show.
The Roy Rogers Show, starring Roy Rogers, King of the Cowboys, Trigger, his golden palomino, and Dale Evans, Queen of the West, with Pat Brady, his comical sidekick, and Roy's wonder dog, Bullet.
Hello, Frank.
Hello, Jim. You got quite a write-up.
Yeah. Thanks for engineering the break, Frank. But since I took the rap for our last job, I figure you owed me that much.
I always try to serve my clients, Jim.
Cut it. You wouldn't even have defended me, much less set up the break. Except I hid the tape before the law tagged me. You know that as well as I do. You keep the securities and government papers. I'll take the cash.
All the cash, Jim?
Yeah, Frank. You're getting the big end. See, I know what those government papers are. And I know you'll sell them. There's heavy money buyers for those things. Well, don't take any... You shouldn't have done that, Frank. Murder will get you in a lot of trouble.
You're getting to be pretty handy, Russ.
He should learn not to peek into windows. Get a wagon and dump him out in the desert. The buzzards will do a good job of undertaking.
Thanks, Roy, for giving us a hand.
You're welcome, Sheriff. You know, checking boxcars all night's a little out of my line, but I'm sure glad to help out.
Good morning.
Hi, Dale. Good morning, Dale.
Say, you fellas look like you've been working a little bit. Find any trace of your man, Sherry?
No, I didn't, Dale. Maybe he hasn't had time to reach this far yet. Oh, build me a plate of ham and eggs, will you?
Me too. I'm starved.
Make it 3.
Ham man on 3.
Ham and on 3.
Say, wasn't it the capture of Harris that got you elected, Sheriff?
Well, maybe it helped.
It says here that part of the loot was secret government papers related to chemical warfare.
Those boys upstate ought to keep that jailhouse locked up.
Why do you think he'd head this way?
Well, Frank Sheldon defended him at his trial. Now, Harris might want to pay him a visit. You see, the kid might be pretty sore about that 10-year stretch that Sheldon let him take. Harris, visiting old friends? You're under arrest, Jim.
Wait a minute, Sheriff. I'm not Jim Harris.
Well, if you're not Jim Harris, you're his twin brother.
That's exactly who I am. His twin brother.
There's something new for you, Tom. Furnishing an outlaw with an alibi.
All right, let's go, Jim.
Wait a minute. Let me explain. I'm Jim's brother, honest. I haven't even seen Jim in a long time. Frank Sheldon, a lawyer here in town, wrote me he had some news about Jim. That's why I rode down here.
You can check on his story. Take him to Sheldon's office.
All right, let's go.
He sure didn't look like no outlaw to me.
Yeah, but you can't always tell by looks.
I hope Mr. Sheldon's in. He can vouch for me. Right here.
Oh, hello, Roy.
Hi, Mr. Sheldon.
Sheriff, what brings you? Well, Jim.
No, Mr. Sheldon. I'm Bill Harris, Jim's brother. I got your letter asking me to come down here.
A letter? What letter?
You have a letter, Bill?
Why, no, I didn't keep it.
You see, Sheriff, I never heard of Bill Harris.
But, Sheriff, he's lying. Do I look like a guy who spent the last 2 years in jail? Look at my complexion. My hands. Do they look like I've been working on a rock pile? I don't know why Sheldon brought me down here. Only he can tell you that. But I didn't come for a vacation. I quit a good job in town because I thought this was important. I thought maybe Sheldon had some new evidence, something that would help my brother. Quiet, Bullet.
Jim, I defended you at your trial. You should know me well enough to realize that I'm honest. I can't tell Roy and the sheriff that you're not Jim Harris when I'm positive you are.
Why, you lying? Stay where you are, all of you.
You'll never win any arguments this way, fella.
Give me a break. I'm not Jim Harris. Turn me loose and I'll find him for you.
But the sheriff and Sheldon both identified you.
Sheldon's lying. He did write me. I got a letter from him. Please, Mr. Rogers, believe me.
All right, Bill. I'm going to go along with you. But here's what you have to do. You better go to my ranch, the Double R Bar. It's about 1.5 miles down the road on the right-hand side. Camp at the bunkhouse until I get there.
Thanks.
You're sticking your neck way out, Roy.
We'll have to take that chance. We don't want the wrong one to go to jail. It's open.
Maybe someone's in there. Be careful.
Harris, what are you doing here? I thought I told you to go to the ranch.
Well, I got to thinking that maybe I could find a copy of that letter Sheldon wrote me.
Well, he wouldn't be foolish enough to leave that lay around. But he had to have your address. Let's see if we can find that.
Well, I guess guess we're just out of luck, boys.
There's got to be something. You can always run out, Bill. After you trusted me the way you have, Roy. What are you doing here, Nosy? He acts like he wants to take a look in there. Let's get out of here. I think we've hit the jackpot. Come on, Bullet. Hey, Pat, bring me a screwdriver. Just some old insurance policies. Looks like we're going to have...
United States Army Chemical Warfare Division, highly confidential.
Well, these are the government papers that were stolen in that robbery your brother was sent up for. Stolen papers, towel with a bullet hole in it, blood spots on the floor. Bill, looks like this puts you in the clear, but I'm afraid it puts your brother in his grave. You've got to stay out of sight until we can prove he's dead. So go to my ranch and stay there.
Okay, Roy.
This is serious business, Dale.
Yeah, and I'm afraid Sheldon's going to be gunning for you and Bill when he finds these papers are gone.
That's for sure. Pat, hide this box. Dale, put these papers in your safe. I'll wire the federal authorities in the morning and have them send a man out here and pick up these papers.
Right, Roy.
We got here as fast as we could, boss. What's up?
The government papers are gone, and Walden, the agent that's going to buy them, is due at my place this afternoon.
You got any idea who took them?
It narrows down to Rogers or young Harris. If he has those papers, he's headed for the Railhead Telegraph Office. Cut him off and see if he doesn't get there. I'm going to have a talk with Miss Evans. Good morning, Dale. How about feeding a hungry man?
Good morning, Mr. Sheldon. You're out a little early this morning, aren't you?
Well, in my business, you have to get up early, just in case somebody's trying to outsmart you.
Oh? How about a nice plate of ham and eggs?
You read my mind. That's just what I'll have.
Ham and make it snappy.
Yes, ma'am.
Let him down, Russ. Let's see if he's packing any mail.
That's all, cowboy. Now get on your horse, smart boy. We're going to tie you up until we find out what the boss wants to do with you.
down. All right, inside. Figure these boys play a little rough.
When's Roy coming back?
Oh, most any time. I think he should be here right now, pretty soon. Oh, there goes Roy now.
Oh, be seeing you.
Oh, what a close call.
Good morning, Frank.
Hiya, Roy. What can I do for you?
I ran into a couple of your boys this morning. They got a little trigger happy. So I tied them up and left them in that cabin out by Starvation Rock.
Good. Glad you did. They've been getting a little frisky lately. Maybe this will teach them a lesson.
You tell them the next time they get playful, I'll let the sheriff cool them off.
I'll do that. Get out to the cabin at Salvation Rocks and unwrap Coburn and Dixon.
But how did they get...
Never mind how. Get going. I got a plan to set up.
Roy, I found him. I found my brother. He's dead. They killed him, Roy. They killed him. Take it easy, Bill. Where is he? A couple miles outside of town. Let's go.
Hello.
How do you do? I'm looking for a Mr. Roy Rogers.
Well, he isn't here, and I don't know where we could reach him right at the moment.
Well, is there a Miss Evans here?
I'm Dale Evans.
I'm with the federal government, Miss Evans. My name is Walden. Could we talk in private somewhere?
Of course. Right over here.
Miss Evans, my department received a telegram regarding some stolen government papers. My superior and I came out to check on it.
Yes, Roy sent that telegram. I know all about it. Also about the papers.
That's fine. As long as Mr. Rogers isn't here, I wonder if you'd go with me to my superior and give him the details. That way no time would be wasted.
Be glad to.
I'll phone him that we're coming, if I may. Say, I hope you have a car. I'm not much of a horsewoman.
Well, we have something here that once resembled a car. The phone's right over here.
Take the next lane to the right.
But that's Frank Sheldon's place.
Let's not argue.
Hi, Sheriff. We just came by your office to see you.
Now, don't try to get away this time, Harris. Roy, I've been looking for you. You're in serious trouble. You've been harboring a fugitive. It's my duty to take
Now,
you...
wait a minute, Sheriff. This is Bill Harris. Jim Harris is out on the desert dead. I've just seen his body.
Dead? Are you sure of that, Roy?
I'm positive. And I'm positive I know who killed him. Sheldon and his men. What's more, they took the government paper Jim Harris stole in the robbery. Dale has them now. Where is Dale, Pat?
I was hoping you'd ask me that. A woman government agent come here and got Dale.
A woman government agent?
Yeah, they went to see this woman superior about them secret papers. They ought to be back any minute, though, because Dale was driving Nellie Bell.
Well, Sheriff, we just will sit down and coffee up. If she's driving Nellie Bell, we have quite a wait in store for us. Where's... Oh, a telegram for you, Mr. Rogers. Sign right there. Thanks. Oh, thanks to you. Gosh, Enough to buy 2 or 3 comic books. This must be a confirmation from Washington. Says 2 government men, Connors and Williams, will arrive this afternoon by plane. Doesn't mention a woman.
Well, it was a woman Dale went away with.
Where'd they go? Did Dale say?
No. This woman telephoned her superior from here, but they didn't say where they was going.
Sheriff, can you trace that call?
Hello, Bessie. Say, this is the sheriff. I'm over at Dale's Cafe. Say, listen, a woman put in a call from here about a half hour ago. Do you remember who she called? You sure of that? Thanks. She called Frank Sheldon's ranch.
Sheldon's ranch? Then that means... Come on.
Here they come.
Well, Miss Evans,
Well, Mr. Sheldon,
some papers were stolen from my office. You've either got them on you or you can tell us where they are.
I can't tell you anything, and I wouldn't if I could.
We'll start by searching her. Walden, take her into the harness room. Come on, grab her.
Let's get that jeep out of sight.
There's Nellie Bell. Yeah, that means they've got Dale in the barn. Sheriff, you and Randall wait for a high sign from me and then move in the front way. Pat, you and Bill come with me. Bullet, you better stay here. You two stay here. When I'm sure Dale's inside, I'll call you.
There you are. You're lucky to get it at that price.
Paid more than I should have.
What's money when your government is spending it?
I'll take the Jeep and ditch it in the next town.
It's the sheriff and his deputy. They're headed this way.
Duck into that stall. The cattle in feedlot 3 go first, isn't that? Say, what's this?
Call it what you like, Sheldon, but you and your men are under arrest for the murder of Jim Harris, the theft of government papers, and the abduction of Dale Evans.
Just a minute. You're making a lot of wild charges. Have you got a search warrant?
Well, no, but I
Then
can
get off my property this minute, or face prosecution for trespassing.
I've got the only search warrant we need. Where's Dale? Toss your guns.
Wait a minute, Randall. Let's stay out of this. Roy and the boys seem to be enjoying themselves. Randall.
Good boy, Bullet.
roughhouse, I'll take those papers back.
What papers?
Who has them, Dale?
I don't know who has them now, but this character took them from me.
With the authority vested in me by the County of Wallapache, I hereby bestow on Bullet Rogers the honorary title of Deputy Sheriff in recognition of his distinguished service to his country, his state, his county, and the citizens of Mineral City. We of this community are both proud and grateful to our distinguished fellow citizen for his courageous service to the federal government.
With the authority not invested in me by the country or the state or the county or not even by the citizens of Mineral City, I present you, Nellie Bell Brady, with the honorary rank of Sergeant Major of the Wackett.
Happy trail to you until we meet again. Happy trail to you. Keep smiling until then. Happy trail to you till we meet again.
We've been going over the Riders Club rules, and we're at number 10.
And they're all good ones.
They're all good rules.
And number 10 is always respect our flag and love our country.
That's a fantastic rule.
Sure is.
This country was bought and is bought at great prices. We appreciate our military. We support our military. We appreciate you. We also very much appreciate your families. Thank you very much. If any of you are watching, we just want you to know how much we love and appreciate what you do for us and for our country. For anybody that's serving right now or anybody that's a veteran. Thank you so much. And Roy and Dale are very patriotic, and it's very evident in their shows. Thank you so much for joining us.
Happy trails, and may the good Lord take a liking to ya.
Howdy, I'm Bob Terry.
And I'm Johnny Terry.
And thanks for joining us for this wonderful Roy Rogers movie, starring, of course, Roy Rogers and his wonderful sidekick, Andy Devine, and with that great bad guy, Roy Barcroft. And this movie starts out dealing with the crime of poaching. And some people may get the message that it's dealing with hunting in general and saying that that's bad, but that's not what this movie shows. It clearly states that poaching is the problem here, not hunting, that hunting is the right of the American people. Also, Roy Rogers was an avid hunter and a member of the NRA.
Presented here in the original true color, full-length version, not the cut-down version as seen on TV in black and white.
So get ready for a wonderful treat from 1947, starring Roy Rogers, Springtime in the Sierras.
When sunbeams come to charm the day, to send the snowman on his way, each wandering breeze just seems to say, it's springtime in the Sierra. The flowers leave their wintry bed and slowly raise their sleepy, sleepy heads to brighten path where Jack Frost treads. It's springtime in the Sierra. Then, with her magic wand, Mother Nature changes the scene as far as and summer's coming back to stay. We'll hit the trail, be on our way for springtime in the Sierra.
Roy! Hey, Roy! Look! Oh, we're not gonna hurt you. Watch him on that side.
Easy now, little fella. Got him. First fall of the season. Must be spring.
What's the matter, little fella? You lost?
Something must have happened to his mother. She wouldn't leave him out here alone.
Well, what do? We can't desert him. The coyotes will get him sure.
You know, when I was a kid around here, old Cap Foster had a place near here where he took care of all the wounded animals and little strays like this. Us kids used to call it Cap Sanitarium. Here, hand him up to me. Tell the boys to take the horses on up to the Lazy W. I'll be up there in a little while.
All right.
Take it easy, old girl. You look like you're badly hurt. We'll see.
Hiya, Jimmy. I thought you'd remember me.
Roy!
Hiya, Cap.
What are you doing out here?
I'm delivering some horses for the Lazy W. I brought you a patient.
Well, let me have the little fellow.
I knew I'd find you up here taking care of the animals.
You'll always find me here, Roy.
Look, must be his mother.
No doubt it is.
What happened to her, Cap?
She's been shot. Guess she dragged herself up here to see if I could help her. I don't know how badly she's hurt yet.
Shot? Well, this isn't deer season.
I know, but this is the work of professional hunters. You know, I retired from the Army nearly 20 years ago. But these killers started slaughtering so much game that they deputized me to help track them down.
You mean it's a business?
Big business. There's millions in it, and it's well organized. They're wiping out the natural game and wildlife of this country faster than they're going to be replaced. What happened to this old girl is happening to thousands of deer in the United States. They're being slaughtered by these professional hunters using every illegal method in or out of season. Ducks, geese, and other game birds of America are recklessly destroyed and sold to fancy clubs in all our large cities.
The people who buy this outlawed game are as guilty as you who kill it. By killing game out of season, you are robbing every American boy of his natural heritage to hunt as a sport as protected by the law. It is people like you who slaughtered off the buffalo and the wild pigeon until they have completely disappeared. In passing sentence, it is the opinion of this court that racketeers of your type must be exposed as the lowest, most contemptible breed of all criminals.
That's a pretty bad situation, Cap. I don't blame you for coming back into this service. Is there anything I can do to help?
Not now, Roy. Maybe later. I think I'm getting closer to these killers.
Poor old girl.
So you sold some horses to the Lazy W, eh?
Yeah.
I've been wondering what they were planning to do.
I guess they're going to raise a few. Oh, by the way, how are the kids?
They're not kids anymore, Roy. Wait till you see them. Of course, you and the boys are planning to stay with us.
We wouldn't stay anyplace else.
You know, Roy, whenever I have to do something like this, it makes me more determined to round up the ones responsible for these killings.
I understand, Cap. But she's hurt so badly, it's the only humane thing to do. We'll see you this evening.
Another one of our pals gone, Snoopy. That's all right. We'll take care of the little one, won't we?
Catch that big sorrel and bring him over here.
Well, we got him here okay, Roy.
Good.
Miss Loring, Roy Rogers.
So nice to meet you.
How do you do?
This is Matt Wilkes, my ranch foreman.
Hiya, Matt.
Glad to know you.
The boys told me about finding a little fawn. Were you able to find its mother?
Yes. She dragged herself up to the sanitarium where Cap Foster looks after all the animals around here. She'd been shot by some hunters and was hurt so badly that she had to be destroyed.
How terrible. I don't understand how people can do things like that. Poor little fawn.
Oh, he'll be all right. Cap Foster will look after him.
The horses look fine. If you'll step inside, I'll pay you for them now. I'd like to buy the Pinto pony, too.
Oh, no. He's not for sale.
Oh?
Get all the horses in the corral, fellas.
First time I've been here for a long time. Let's go. Hey, let's down here. All right. See you tonight, Roy. Don't spend all that money in one place.
Hey, you, Rogers. I told you years ago what I was going to do to you the next time I saw you.
Yeah, I remember. And I still don't think you can do it.
Go get him!
Atta boy.
Feel like giving up?
Not yet.
Oh, he's got it now. He's got it.
No, he ain't. No, he not yet.
Oh, he's got it.
That likes that much. Likes that much. Hey! Hey, help! That ball, get me out of here.
Come on out of there.
Still think you can do it, Bert?
Yeah, I think I could. With a little help.
You're a little bigger and tougher than you used to be.
Hey, if you guys don't get out of the middle of the road, you're both going to need a lot of help.
Hurry up, Cookie, before one of these ducks lays an egg.
This will make the magazine cover for sure. There, I think I'm all ready now. Let me see. Lights? Lambs? Oh, shucks, I forgot the flash powder. That's it. There. Chin out. That's it. Make eyes. Teeth. Now, you smile pretty and I'll blow the mating cone.
Now, you two cut out that love stuff.
Help! 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 Oh!
You and your mating call.
You mean me and my homemade flash powder? Roy!
Hiya, Cookie.
Doggone am I glad to see you. You're sure lucky you weren't here a minute ago. We had the awfulest explosion you ever did hear or see.
You ought to be more careful, Cookie.
What's the matter, sis?
Nothing that can't be fixed. Roy Rogers, if this thing was loaded, you'd hear another explosion around here.
Hiya, Taffy.
Hello, Roy.
Oh.
Gee, you look good. It's been a long time.
Yeah, you haven't changed much. Your face was dirty the last time I saw you.
Yeah, I guess it was.
Brought you a present.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Well, where is it?
Outside.
Oh, Roy, you didn't. It isn't.
Don't you remember what I promised you?
Oh, Roy.
The panel pony.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Jean.
Hello. So nice to see you again, Roy.
Oh, I see you two know each other.
Oh, yes, quite well. Oh, been hunting?
You'll have to pardon us. Come on, Roy.
Excuse me.
Would you mind holding this for me? Thank you.
Oh, here, I'll take it.
Mr. Bullfincher, will you please develop this negative for me?
Surely, have them ready next week.
Thank you. Bert, come to the ranch tonight. I want to talk to you.
Oh, sure, Jean. I'll be there. Here, Cookie. Catch. See ya.
Oh.
No way.
When each new day is born, I go riding. Yippee-yay. O'er the wide open plains I roam. Yippee-oh. Till the sun to the hills goes hiding. Yippee-yay. There will always be someone glad when I come home.
Yippee-yay, yippee-oh, and today home we go.
For a cowboy has to sing, and a cowboy has to yell, or his heart would break inside of him at the gates of the home corral. There's a tired pony glad that it's over, with a song in my heart, so am I. For tonight we'll be dreaming of clover, and we always will until the day we die.
Yippee-yay, yippee-oh, and today home we go.
For a cowboy has to sing, and a cowboy has to yell, or his heart would break inside of him at the gates of the home corral.
Yippee-yay, yippee-oh, and today home we go.
Home we go.
Haven't heard you sing like that for years, Roy. You know, these two used to sing together in the Mountain View Choir. Like little angels up there.
Yeah, but they wasn't. Remember the time we tied the long rope around the...
Never mind, Cookie.
Boys, how about singing something soft and pretty for Cap?
How about seeing Nellie home? Huh?
That's still your favorite, isn't it?
Always will be. Snoopy's favorite, too.
I'll bet that song puts Cap to sleep just like it used to.
Roy, I've got to talk to you.
Well, now, nothing could be as serious as you sound.
It is serious. It's about Bert.
Is he in some kind of trouble?
No. That is, I don't know. Somehow he's changed a lot lately.
Of course he's changed. He's grown up.
I know, but it isn't that. I've raised him since the folks died, and we've always been so close to each other. He doesn't talk to me anymore like he used to.
Well, he's just young. You remember how wild and harum-scarum I was when I was his age.
But Bert has more money than he should have. And he spends most of it on that Jean Loring.
He's big enough to take care of himself. Besides, Jean seems like a pretty nice girl to me. But if it'll make you feel any better, I'll have a talk with him, and if there is anything wrong, maybe he'll tell me.
Thanks, Roy. And thank you for that pony. He's wonderful.
How about us trying him out in the morning?
It's a date.
springtime in the Sierra.
Well, how do you like him by now?
Oh, what do you think?
I'm sorry we missed Cap up at his sanitarium.
Yeah, so am I. He's usually there in the morning to feed the animals. What'd you find, gold?
No, brass. This shell's from a high-powered rifle. And it was fired this morning.
But, Roy, the hunting season's closed.
Listen. That deer wasn't grazing. He's being chased. See if you can find Cap and bring him here. I might need him.
Okay.
I jumped 2 of them on this side of the draw.
Yeah, we did all right today. That bigger kid can sure smell him out. Hey, Matt. Where have you been? You're wet. Where's your horse?
I turned him loose. Somebody was chasing me.
Who was it? Who was it?
Roy Rogers. But he didn't get close enough to recognize me, honest, Matt.
Yeah, when friends get nosy, we don't treat them like friends anymore.
Oh, but Matt, listen,
Shut up. You can go back with us.
All right, all of you. Drop those guns. Get your hands up. Quick. Higher. I'd just soon kill you in cold blood like you do those deer. It's time I caught up with you filthy cowards. Using silencers, telescope sights, camouflage jackets. A fine bunch.
Oh, but listen, Capper.
Yes, there's nothing you can say. I'm sorry you're in this, Bert. It's too bad. A young fellow like you'd get mixed up in this sort of thing. After what your sister's gone through to raise you to be a decent man. I'd do anything not to hurt your sister, Bert. But you're going to have to come along with the rest of them. It's the end of a long, bloody trail. All right, get your horses. Let's get out of here.
Drop that gun, Captain Foster. Put up your hands. I was afraid this would happen sooner or later. Pick up your guns, boys. I'll give you a chance to explain. This is going to hurt a little bit. Cap. Bert. Cap! Get up. One more break like that and you won't be able to.
But you didn't have to murder him.
I didn't murder him. Take him over to that place where he feeds the animals and put this in his hand. Now get this straight. Captain Foster just accidentally himself.
Hello, Bert.
Hello, Roy.
Bert, I want to talk to you.
What do you want?
Were you riding the horse this morning with the R brand on him?
No, I wasn't. Anything else?
No, that's all. Except that Cap Foster's dead.
How'd it happen?
He accidentally shot himself. Found him up at his sanitarium. You better go in and see your sister. She's taken it pretty badly.
Sure, Roy.
The Lord giveth, and the Lord taketh away. Amen.
In the sky, the bright stars glittered. On the bank, the pale moon shone. And 'twas from Aunt Dinah's quilting party I was seeing Nellie home. I was seeing Nellie home. I was seeing Nellie home. And was from Aunt Dinah's quilting party I was seeing Nellie home. On my arm a soft hand rested light as ocean foam. And 'twas from Aunt Dinah's quilting party I was seeing Nellie home. I was seeing Nellie home. I was seeing Nellie home. And 'twas from Aunt Dinah's quilting party I was seeing Nellie home.
Well, that's all, Cap, except there's gonna be a lot of us miss you. There's gonna be a lot of the animals miss you too, Cap. But you can rest easy, 'cause I'll come up here every evening and take care of them just like you did. You too, Snoopy.
Boys, I think we ought to stick around a few days and fix the place up a little for Taffy and Bert.
All right, that's a good idea. Yes, it is. Say, it was sure swell of Cap to leave those two kids to the ranch.
Hey, Roy, here's those pictures you wanted.
Thanks. Hello, Jimmy. Boys, I think Cap Foster was murdered. Wasn't it?
Murdered? How do you think?
He told me he was on the trail of some people who were pulling off the wild game around here. I think he caught up with them and they shot him.
The coroner said the bullet that killed him came from his own gun.
The gun was fired right against his chest. Powder burns proved that.
I know. They made it look pretty good, except for two things. Cap Foster was the safest man in the world with a gun. You know that, Cookie.
Yeah.
And he was left-handed.
That's right.
Well, whoever shot him and left him laying up here didn't know that. They placed the gun in his right hand.
Ooh-wee. We ought to tell the sheriff.
Not yet, Cookie.
But if he was murdered, he ought to know.
Yeah, let the law catch. Wait a minute. We've got to make sure we're right first. So, fellas, don't say a word about this to anybody.
Okay. All right. You see.
Snoopy. Come on, get out of there. You can't spend the winter in there now.
Hello, Bert.
Hi.
Nice load this week, thanks to you.
Gene, I came over to tell you I can't work for you anymore.
Bert says he can't work for us anymore.
What's the matter, Bert? Aren't you happy? Don't we treat you right?
Oh, it's not that. I've got to run the ranch that Cap left us now, and, well, I won't have time.
I think you'll find time, Bert. Don't forget how you and your sister got that ranch.
I wish we didn't have it. I can't sleep nights. I keep thinking of... Ow.
Anytime you get tired of your job here, just remember that you're an accessory to Cap Foster's unfortunate accident.
But I'm afraid of Roy. He saw me that day, and I know he suspects something. He may trail me again.
Maybe he will trail you again. Maybe we want him to trail you again. It'll be the last trailing he ever does.
Oh, but Roy is my...
You see, we can't afford to lose you now. We've got too much tied up in all this, and so have you. I have a few plans for this community, and they include you. You run up to the house now and wait for me. I have some money for you.
Okay, Gene.
Sure, Bert. Everything's going to be all right. Forget it. You don't seem to be so stuck on you anymore.
No, he'll be okay. I guess the funeral got him.
What's this plans for the community stuff?
I'm going to give a big charity social here at the Lazy W. It's to be a basket party with the proceeds to go to a memorial fund for Captain Foster.
Are you crazy? Do you want this place overrun with yokels? You know how nosy people can get.
Sometimes I wonder what you use for brains, Matt. Don't you see this will make us established, respected members of this community? It's just the old con game. Make people like you and they'll believe anything. It's going to be a wonderful party. We might even have a kissing booth.
Well, folks, first, before we auction off the lunches, I think we ought to thank our hostess, Miss Jean Loring, for a swell party. Now I got a surprise for you. A couple of folks here have prepared a song. Our own Taffy Baker and a boy that you'll remember that used to sing around here in the choir, Roy Rogers. Roy, let's give him a hand and have a nice song.
I took a trip to Mexico to spend a week or two, and there I met the finest fellow that I ever knew. His name was Pedro from Acapulco, and he goes about just singing all the day. He is Pedro from Acapulco, and his song will surely win your heart away. The girls adore him, keep waiting for him, for he brings a little sunshine when he smiles. And when he goes strolling by, all the senoritas cry, Viva Pedro from Acapulco. He's singing all day long, his merry little song. And who can say it's wrong? Viva Pedro from Acapulco. Se llama Pedro de Acapulco. Y cantando se la...
The sooner we get rid of that cowhand, the better. And I've got ways of doing it so no one will ever know.
Not till I say so. 2 accidents around here in a row might not look so good. We can't stand any investigations.
That's what I mean. Rogers is a nosy amateur.
That's why I want to find out just how much he knows before anything happens to him.
Pedro de Acapulco. Pedro no puede estar contento sin cantar y el pueblo de gritar. Viva Pedro from Acapulco.
Thanks, Patsy, and thanks, Roy. Okay. And now, folks, we come to the most important part of the whole evening. Food. And each one of these little lunch baskets has got the name of the girl who fixed it. And the highest bidder gets to share it with her. Here's a little little basket, but it's got a lot of big surprises with it. And you'll never guess who made it. No, that's a surprise. You better get out of here before somebody puts you in a cigar. All right, who'll start it out? How much am I offered? $1. $1 I've got. Who'll make it 2? Do I hear 2?
Pat, only $2.
$2 I've got. No. Come on, make it 3.
$3.
$3. Do I hear 4? Who'll make it 4? Sold for $3. Miss Willow Crunch.
Here I am.
There he is.
Oh, you big, handsome man.
Nothing but Olive. She's on a diet. Now here's a little beauty. Oh, smells like real living. Let's don't be cheap. Come on, start it off with a big bid. Which one of you gents will make it $2? Take a chance and see what lovely lady made this one. All right, who's going to start it off? How much am I offered?
$1,000.
1,000.
Oh.
$1 the man bid. Who'll make it 2?
$10.
Roy,
Sold.
that's not my lunch.
It isn't? Well, wonder whose it is.
Jean Loring.
Right here.
Oh, here's a lunch fit for a king. Let me take a peek, see what's in here.
You want to sit here?
You'll never guess. Who'll start the business?
It's awfully noisy out here.
It sure
$1.
is.
Let's go into the house for
Who'll make
quiet.
it $3? $1 the man said. Who'll make it 4? $4. Brother, you bought something. Bring me the dollar.
Just put the lunch down on the table. I'll stir up the fire a little.
This party of yours is a fine thing, Gene. I'm sure Cap Foster's friends all appreciate it.
I hope so. It's the least I can do.
I see you like guns.
Yes, my father taught me to shoot and ride when I was a little girl.
I'll bet he did a good job of it, too.
Oh, this one's a beauty. It was made in Austria before the war. Handles well and hits like a cannon.
Do you have trouble finding ammunition for it?
Yes. That's why I don't use it often. I'm starving. You spread the lunch and I'll go get some coffee. Let's have some food now.
Good.
Tuna or chicken?
Either one. I'm not fussy.
Sorry it isn't something more solid.
So am I.
little cold venison would be good.
Isn't there a season of some kind on deer?
Yes, but the deer don't know it. Neither do the people who buy them.
The law does.
Really? Well, that's interesting.
Depends on what you're interested in.
Right now, it's food.
Thanks for taking my place.
Come on, break it up.
How long can a guy live without breathing? Step aside, boy. Let a man get with it.
Now, wait a minute, Pat. Let's be humane about this.
All right.
Well, one thing about that Jean, she sure knows how to throw a party.
Yes, her talents seem to run in many directions.
You know, Taffy, I think you're getting just a little jealous, and there's no reason for it.
That was a swell lunch, Gene.
Thanks.
Too bad Bert didn't get it.
Why, Bert?
He seems to be pretty interested in you.
Oh, Bert? He used to be around here a lot, but it was just puppy love.
Oh?
We better get back to the party. After all, I am the hostess.
My hat.
Excuse me.
Oh, Bob. All right. Do me a favor and round up the boys and play that old tune that Cap likes so well, will you?
Right now?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get my coat and go home.
Taffy, now wait a minute.
Well, Bert, how'd you like your lunch?
Oh, okay, I guess.
It's funny they should play that old tune. Sure brings back memories. Bert, I'd like to talk to you. Do you mind?
Oh, no, go ahead, Roy.
You know, you told me you weren't riding an R-brand horse the other morning, remember?
That's right.
You were lying, Bert. Why?
What do you mean? Listen, Roy, why don't you go back to your ranch instead of looking for trouble?
Because I like it here. And because I'm going to find out who killed Cap Foster.
The coroner said he was killed accidentally.
That's not so, and you know it.
Are you accusing me?
You got the ranch, didn't you?
Roy! Stop! Stop it! You know you can whip him.
Leave us alone, sis. I started this, and I'm going to finish it.
Bert, what's wrong with you? You're acting like a child.
They're not children. Leave them alone.
Take your hands off me.
Take it easy, kid.
Leave me alone, Matt.
This makes you a pretty brave guy, don't it, Rogers?
Stay out of this, Matt. I can fight my own battle.
Sure, I know. Why don't you pick on somebody your own size?
What are you sticking your nose into this for? This fight isn't between you two.
It's all right, Cookie. He's big enough. What?
Bert,
Yes, sis?
take me home. Oh, please take me home.
Oh, sure, sis.
Come on, boy.
Hey, who you shoving, Betty?
Come on. You. Come on, Roy. Come on. Nice going, Roy.
Take him back to the bunkhouse, boys, and get him cleaned up.
I'm sorry about this, Jean.
Never mind. Thanks for teaching Matt a lesson. He had no business interfering.
Come on, fellas, patch up the joint. Let's get the party started. Come on, Bob. Everybody listen. Oh.
What does your fortune say today, Cookie?
Huh? Oh, nothing.
Never trust a fat man.
Oh, now, Roy, you know you never can believe one of those things. Go on in. Roy, I sure hate to say this to you, but you sure made a fool out of yourself at Jean's social. What you said to Bert was a little rough.
That's what I want to talk to you about, Cookie. I did it on purpose. I had to find out for sure about Bert.
Bert? You mean he's mixed up in Cap's murder and everything?
I'm afraid he is.
Why, that little...
What do you know about Jean Loring and her friend Matt?
Oh, nothing much, just except they come out here from somewhere in the east. I got a lease on the Lazy W for them, and they put in some improvements and some new equipment. Got the place looking right nice.
What kind of equipment?
Oh, the average stuff. It was pretty run down. Seems to me that Gus down at the transfer company did say they shipped in the largest refrigerating plant that he ever did haul.
Refrigerating plant?
Yeah, I guess them city folks like that frozen food.
They might use it for storage.
Oh, not that much. They raise horses, not beef.
They could store things worth a lot more than beef, like geese and ducks and venison.
Yeah. Hey, look at this.
It's Bert.
They're sure talking turkey to him.
I think we better do the same thing.
Here it is, Taffy. 648. Want me to get it for you?
No, thanks, Pat. I'll get it. 648, please.
Hello?
Hello, Lazy W? Oh. Well, this is Taffy Baker. Could I please speak to my brother, Miss Loring?
Just a moment. Oh, Bert!
What is it?
You want it on the telephone. It's your sister.
Oh. Hello? Yes, of course I'm all right.
Well, when are you coming home? Bert! Bert, you can't meet... Hello? Hello, Bert?
What's the matter? Anything wrong?
He said he's not coming home. He hung up on me.
Where are you going?
To the Lazy W to see Bert.
You want someone to go along with you?
No, thanks, Pat. This is a private affair.
Hi, fellas.
Oh, hello, Roy.
Where's Bert?
Still up the Lazy W. Said he's not coming back.
Does Taffy know?
Yeah, she's on her way up there now.
You better wait here, Cookie. minute, Taffy.
Haven't you caused me enough trouble? Put me down.
But you can't go up there. You'd be in danger, and so would Bert.
Why?
Because Cap Foster was murdered.
Murdered? Cap murdered?
Yes, and I think Bert knows who did it.
Oh, Roy. How would Bert know about it?
I don't know. But that's what I have to find out, and I might need your help, Taffy.
Oh, sure, Roy.
Hello. Yeah. Just a minute. It's Cookie. Ask him if he knows where Rogers is.
Hello, this is Jean. Have you seen Roy? He's there. And my pictures are ready?
Uh-huh, they're all ready.
I'll be right down for them. Thank you very much. What a break for us, Matt. Hang on, I'll be right back.
Roy, this is just like messing around with a bear trap.
There's nothing else I can do, Cookie. If they're setting a trap for me, I'll just have to be lucky and spring it first.
Well, it's all right if you're tired of living.
Did you ever hear of the wooden horse of Troy?
Huh?
You remember that old story of how the Greeks captured the city of Troy? They built a big wooden horse, put some soldiers inside of it. The people of Troy didn't know they were in there. Pulled it inside the gates. When night came, the soldiers came out and captured the place.
Well, where are you going to get a horse that big?
Maybe Trigger's big enough.
Oh, well, how are you going to hide and train? Oh, ain't going to hide me in no horse. Besides, I don't think Trigger would like it.
Here she is now.
Don't forget to turn on the charm.
Don't you forget to play the right notes.
With a little imagination, anyone can dream a bit. And this form of recreation has never hurt anyone yet. Imagine me as a city dude with a silk hat, cane, and spats. Oh, sure I would make, say, ain't he the cat? Imagine me as a jungle gent fighting lions just for fun. Oh, what a picture I would make, say, ain't he the one? I'm Corporal Roy, I'm a drummer boy, back in '76. Or I can be just a jitterbug, dancing to some hot licks. Kavoot! Imagine us as a bride and groom, as the marriage vows we make. Oh, what a picture we would take if the camera didn't break.
I got your pictures of the party all finished. They turned out swell.
Oh, thanks so much for calling me.
There they are. That'll be $1. Thank you.
There you are.
Hello, Taffy.
Don't you hello me, Roy Rogers. You'll find your luggage out front.
But he can't stay here, Taffy.
You keep out of this, Cookie.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't care if I never see you again.
She'll never get over this. Neither will that door.
I think you're right, Cookie.
Yeah. Well, gee, Roy, I haven't got any room here.
Yeah, I know.
The invitation to the Lazy W is still open.
I wouldn't want to put you out any.
You wouldn't. There's plenty of room. Why don't you get your things and we'll ride out together?
You just talked him into it. Why don't you, Roy?
All right, thanks. I'll see you later, Cookie.
Yeah.
Hey, Cookie.
It's you, Taffy. I didn't know you in that outfit.
Well, how'd I do?
You did swell. I think we sold her. Yeah. I think you overdid it on the door. If I'd have known you were going to break the window, I'd have charged her $4 for the picture.
Matt, we have a guest. Roy's going to stay with us for a few days.
Sorry about the other day, Rogers. I kind of lost my head, I guess, but you're more than welcome here as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I've forgotten about that, Matt.
Why don't you take your things over to the bunkhouse? I'll see you later.
Thanks, Gene.
Well, that was easy.
Sure. You know, I think he kind of likes you.
Really? Maybe he'll change his mind.
Oh, that sure
Ooh! Hey, you didn't eat.
Yeah, I know, Cookie. I'm not very hungry. I'm worried about Roy. He said he'd phone an hour ago.
Oh, don't worry about him.
Give him a little time. He'll call.
Well, I hope so.
Why don't you run out, Taffy? We'll do the dishes, won't we, boys?
Oh, sure. Don't we always?
Yeah, but let's get going.
Now listen, all you renegades, to what I've got to say. You better start to settle down and save your extra pay. In 45 or 50 years, we'll all be old and gray. Did any of you ever stop to think, what you gonna do then? Oh, what are you gonna do then? Oh, what are you gonna do then? When you are old and your feet get cold, Pat, what you gonna do then?
If I keep packing this heavy load, I'll be all wrinkled like a horny toad, and they'll use my ribs for a scrubbing board when I get old and gray.
Oh, what are you gonna do then? Oh, what are you gonna do then? When your bones all rattle and you can't herd cattle, Hugh, what you gonna do then?
Well, I'll learn the lingo of a Choctaw, and then I'll marry me an Indian squaw, so we can live with her ma and pa when I get old and gray.
Oh, what are you gonna do then? Oh, what are you gonna do then? When you're down and out with the pain and gout, Cookie, got any ideas?
I'll sing as sweet as an old bullfrog, eat skeeter stew and pollywogs, and sleep all winter in a holler log when I get old and gray.
Oh, that's what we're gonna do then. Oh, that's what we're gonna do then. When our bones all rattle and we can't herd cattle, that's what we're gonna do then.
Cookie!
It wasn't my fault. I was clear out here when... See, I didn't break all of... Oh.
I'm so nervous now. Oh, Cookie, I wish you'd stop clowning.
Go on in and take a good look.
Yes, it's venison. And we get a fancy price for it. That's what you were looking for, isn't it?
This is what Cap Foster was looking for.
That's right. You know what happened to him.
You can't shoot me. Even if you made this one look like an accident, too, there would be an investigation. You don't want that.
Get a rope, Matt. We have no intention of shooting you. Take off your coat, Rogers. a good thing I got back here in time, or you'd be up on one of those meat hooks.
Yeah, I was doing all right. When he gets good and cold, there won't be a coroner in the state could tell what happened to him. He'll just be found dead somewhere out in the hills. No bullet holes, no nothing. Hey, Gene.
Yeah.
I forgot to tell you. The boy said Bert packed up and left.
When?
About a half hour ago.
Well, why didn't you tell me?
What chance did I have?
We've got to stop that kid somehow. He's about ready to break. I have a hunch where he'll go before he leaves. Get your horse.
Well, you still like me, don't you, Snoopy? Hello, Jimmy. I just came up to say goodbye to Cap and you. Want to shake hands, say goodbye? Huh, boy. Oh, now, don't you worry. Cookie and Sis are going to take good care of you. Up you go.
Hello, Bert. Going somewhere?
Yeah, I'm clearing out.
Don't you think we ought to talk about it?
You've already done too much talking to me. You said you were only going to kill game. But you killed Cap.
No, I'm sorry, Bert, but I had to.
But somebody will find out.
If it's Roy you're worrying about, you'd forget it. We've raced and he'll never leave the ranch alive.
Roy? Well, you can't do that, Gene. You've got to let Roy go. I'll take the blame for killing Cap. Please, I'll do anything you say.
What's eating you, kid?
I can't sleep nights thinking of Cap lying out there with a bullet through him. Oh, I know it's partly my fault, but I'll take all the blame if you let Roy go. I don't want that to be on my conscience, too.
I'm afraid it's a little late for that, Bert. Roy knows everything and he'll never keep quiet. Isn't that right?
Sure. Maybe Bert would like to have a little talk with Roy and get straightened out in his own mind. Get on your horse.
Roy! Roy! Roy, are you... You dirty murderess!
You double-crossing little...
I'll check your coat for you.
Gene, if you shot Roy like you did Cap...
Shut up!
Your friend's taking a little nap now. When he wakes up, you two can have your little talk.
This is better than you deserve. Understand freezing's an easy way to die.
Miss Loring, you wanted on the telephone.
Well, thanks. I'll take it out here. Hello?
Hello, Miss Loring? Well, this is Taffy Baker. Oh, I'm fine, thank you. Are Roy and Bert there?
No, I haven't seen either of them.
Oh, I see. You haven't seen them at all? No, nothing important. Thank you very much. I can't understand it. She wouldn't even let me talk to Roy.
Well,
what's the idea?
He's there. Be there.
Well, maybe she had a good reason.
Cookie, can't we do something?
Saddle up, boys. I got an idea.
Where are you going?
Going down to the transfer company to talk to Gus about a wooden horse.
A wooden horse? Sounds crazy to me, too, but let's get going.
Hi, Bert. Roy, I thought you were...
No, I never felt better in my life.
I'm sorry about everything, Roy. I told them I'd take the blame if they let you go.
Forget it, Bert. Right now, our problem's to get out of here. See, I'm getting the hand loose. You got a match?
No, but there's a lighter in my right hip pocket.
I'll see if I can get it. Over a little bit, Bert. There, I got it. Bert, this isn't going to be much fun. I think I can burn the rope in two without hurting you too much.
Sure, Roy. Go ahead. It's better than freezing here.
I'll try it here by your wrist. Maybe I can do it without catching your clothes on fire.
Roy.
Yeah?
I saw him shoot Cap.
Who?
Gene. Cap caught us red-handed. They never gave him a chance.
Butchers. They deserve the same thing. Can you take it a couple of seconds more, Bert?
Keep going.
There he is. Here, you better put this on. This place is built like a fort, and we might be here for quite a while. One good thing, this door swings out. We might be able to use this. Give me a hand. You can use this thing for a battering ram.
Okay. That makes a lot of noise, Roy.
We can't help it. We gotta get out of here.
Come on, Cookie. Can't you go any faster?
Not without a pilot's license, I can't.
The lock's given. A couple more times ought to do it. Miss Loring!
There's some rifles in the tack room. Good.
It's just around the bend.
Hold this outside of your horse.
Block the other entrance.
Thanks, Bert, but you didn't have to do that.
Roy, I can't move my legs. Am I hurt bad?
We'll get out of here, Bert. Take it easy.
Tell Taffy I'm sorry about everything, and take care of her. I still think I can whip you.
Sure you can, Bert. Why, in no time you'll be... Back end's covered now. Get on the other side of the fence and cover me. I'm going in. You stay here. This may be a little rough.
They've taken the North Trail.
Come on out, boys!
need some beauty treatment.
Where she's going, they don't give beauty treatments.
You know, Roy, I've lived in the West all my life. I never saw so many people, Jason, so many people.
Now the long day is through on the prairie. There's a low-hanging sun in the sky. On the home corral we will tarry, and we'll sing of the roundups in the days gone by.
Yippee-yi-yippee-oh, and the day home we go.
For a cowboy has to sing, and the cowboy has to yell, or his heart would break inside of him at the gates of the home corral.
We're going to miss you around here, Roy.
The boys are going to miss you, too.
The boys?
So am I, Taffy.
All right, break it up.
We hope you enjoyed this wonderful, true color version of Springtime in the Sierras, starring Roy Rogers. And we're so glad you came by here to watch this movie with us. And we hope you'll come by and see more movies on westernsontheweb.com. And don't forget about the site that we've partnered with, Movies Web TV Network, at movieswebtv.com. Come on by and see us.
Happy trails.